Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at out. With an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws down. Don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Second and 8 coming up. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And they're able to convert on a fairly solid gain of 23.
Say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up, but I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 3 yards remain for second down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Swift going to try up the middle. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
They always say the real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Holding, offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do left downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening the defense? Exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll try and run right on the option. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. On target to his man, Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Jackson now. Flush, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And taken right on the 30. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well-conceived, well-designed, and even better executed.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it. And the Ravens have got it. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper and 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Second and 5 now. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Flowers. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Jackson going for it all. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And Jackson throwing once more. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he gets a bit short here on the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
All we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Ask any pass rusher, and they'll tell you any quarterback who lines up every time and goes straight back in the pocket, that's who they want. But when they have to deal with a Jalen Hurts who may come at them from any angle and can get outside of the pocket and run, that's a nightmare for anybody who has to rush the quarterback. And I love Jalen Hurts' athletic ability. Almost a 4.6 runner. This guy can get outside the pocket and make plays with his legs as well as his arm.
So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for Philadelphia. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That will go for 9 yards and a first down to the keeper. Jackson running again. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. To throw is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards it. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in the red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
So crisis averted, but now facing third and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Tucker's kick is good, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get...
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Quick slant to Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
They go play action with Hurts. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. Well, he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still, some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this has caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 39 yards. And the Eagles have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game. And here we go, our first touchdown, and it comes in the fourth quarter. Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long. But now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it.
Under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They start the drive with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Jackson. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, Kramer, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try and run the option left side. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. This is caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Swift. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, We take a break. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.